We're here at Croydon Hospital to celebrate the arrival and launch of the new Beckman Coulter analysers at the Essential Services Laboratory here at Croydon. I'm joined by Simon Brewer, Managing Director of SWLP, South West London Pathology. Simon, tell us about this new laboratory project. When did it begin and what was the main driver for change?
Okay, we actually started this process in about 2018, starting to engage with companies to understand. We needed to really understand what the market could offer, and we had a vision to try and standardize and to simplify and to do a sustainable service model. And we recognized that the different trusts in the network, although operating the same platforms, weren't operating the same processes. So that process started engaging and talking to Beckman Coulter and beginning on other suppliers to begin to understand where was the next thing, where was the next level of automation, what was it going to bring? And it was obviously going to bring pre-analytics, which is what we wanted. We wanted robotics, and we wanted an ability to be able to standardize, as I say, the process right across the network and to simplify it. And so that's why we sort of started that, with a view to being a single workflow across the network, regardless of site.
Mm-hmm. And what made you decide to go with Beckman Coulter?
Beckman Coulter, we did a full procurement process, but it was quite evident to us that in the evaluation team that Beckman were partnering with us. Whilst automation is the whole subject of the procurement, that's what you're buying. What we really needed was a partner to help us transform. So the kit came along as a bit of a bonus. It was good kit. It evaluated well, but the real thing we were after was a company that would help us transform, because we have to deliver the day-to-day, and we think we know the way it's to be done. And what we needed was an experienced partner to come in and help shape that and to maximize the automation we were putting in. And so from the entire procurement process, that's what jumped out at us, that we had a partner in Beckman who were willing to work with us, to be flexible, to be agile, to be responsive, to help us shape that vision to get there together. So that's why we chose Beckman.
And how has the transition to the new equipment gone?
It's as with all big equipments, this is the first deployment. We've got 6 other sites to go. A program of this scale is not without issue and risk. A program of this complexity isn't without incident, and so we endure some of that, but we're through that, and we've done all the validation and verification. The team have been fantastic. Beckman have been right there with us every step of the way to help us deliver that. And where we are now is celebrating the opening of the laboratory, and the staff can see the automation now. Instead of selling this concept and selling the dream, we're actually delivering a reality. And so now we're going to showcase Croydon to the other teams in South West London Pathology, to bring them over to show them what the automation is, what it looks like. We've still got quite a lot of optimization to go, but this is new automation to us. It's also some new automation for Beckman. I think they've got some shared learning, but that relationship we have to look at lessons learned. What have we learned from this go live? What are we going to apply to the next go live, and so on and so forth. But it's we're here, and it's the first. It's very exciting, and we've done it what I think it is in a quick time frame. But at the same time, there have been some lumps and bumps, but we're through those, and we're looking forward to optimizing and delivering a much more robust and sustainable service model.
Excellent. Simon, thank you very much. We're also joined by Rob Young, who is UK General Manager at Beckman Coulter, for the Beckman Coulter perspective. Rob, how did Beckman approach this project in terms of helping Croydon Health Services meet the requirements?
Well, as Simon said, we started this journey sort of in 2018. We really wanted to understand his vision and the leadership of SWLP's vision, not only about Croydon, but about SWLP as a whole, in helping them build the lab for the future. And for us, it was quite exciting to get involved with, because we had a similar strategy and a similar vision to partner with groups like SWLP. And it all started really with then trying to take that vision and put it on paper to say, what would the lab actually look like? Because ultimately you have to deploy something that is workable for them, and will make their labs run a little bit better and help them deliver a better service to their customers, which is really the ultimate goal. And we had to build in a lot of flexibility, because I think the vision required a lot of flexibility, required enough redundancy that there could be changes made if needed. And then we have to turn that into a project plan somehow, which obviously we did. And I think the key to any successful implementation is that the two teams, the company team and the customer team, work really, really closely together. And I think we achieved that. I think we wouldn't have been able to roughly be on time and kind of with the minimum number of disruptions that we had without the teams sort of collaborating really well together, dedicating themselves to being able to perform the verification and validation that needs to be done. But also it's a brand new system for the customer to be using, and that comes with a lot of training, a lot of understanding of giving them time to get familiar with new equipment. Because if you've been using something for a very long period of time and then something new arrives, you have to be comfortable with it. And once that was achieved, then we can bring in automation, because we need the users to really be comfortable with the analyzers and running the tests first, and then we're able to bring in the automation that takes away some of that workload for them. And that happened at the end of last year. So we're here now to celebrate that first step. There are many steps to go, not only across SWLP, but even within Croydon. We have a lot that we can still do to help them run their operation more smoothly, and that's something that we're still committed to do, early through this year.
What are going to be the next developments then for the relationship between Beckman Coulter and
So I think
SWLP?
So I think the first thing we have to do is make sure that the next sites come up as smoothly as Croydon did. We're now in St. George's Hospital with the equipment, doing some of the verification alongside their team. And then we moved to Kingston, and then later on in the year we moved to more sites as well. So we want to deliver the next sites with the same sort of ease that we've been able to deliver this one, which is very important to us. And really, it's about kind of three things. Firstly, making sure that the products are allowing them to run their operation without disruption. I think that's key, because whenever you're changing from one system to another, there's always the chance of disruption. The second thing is really then partnering not only just with the product, but sort of being a partner of innovation. And that could be technical innovation, that could even be business innovation, and helping them realize their dream of how they want to build that lab of the future. And then the last part for us, which will come throughout the life of the partnership, is more around the strategic partnership, because we want to go beyond the product with SWLP, and that can be in the form of working with our R&D teams and our upstream teams on kind of what we're doing and what we're focusing on as a global company. But it's all really about three things for us, and that's about helping them to run their operation smoothly for their other partners, which is their clinicians, and making sure that the patients are getting the right test at the right time that ultimately benefits Southwest London community.
That's wonderful. Okay, well, Simon, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.